Hello. So, if you've been following the news, you would have come across some of the extracts we've done from the interview that Charles from Arise TV had with El-Rufai. And there were a lot of bombshells that came out of this. So it is quite interesting because I'm quite fascinated and I'm and I'm smiling here. And I want you to watch this to the end. It will captivate you. So what I've done is I know a lot of you are quite busy, so you won't have enough time. So what I've done is I've taken extracts and I've analyzed them. So you got a lot of those videos to check out on here. What our politicians often fail to realize is that power is transient. One moment you're in the seat of power, next moment you're not there, then you become irrelevant. And when they're in seat of power, they terrorize the citizenry. And this is what this entire interview for me that when I watched the entire stuff, as Charles interviewed El-Rufai, I felt, listen, this is what Nigerians have been telling you. Make the country right, and you will not need to go this way you're going. If you're meeting this content, please share, like, subscribe. We want you to subscribe so you get notification when new ones come out. And also share so that YouTube can continuously and always recommend this to other people. We need to get this light out. We want Nigerians to be quite aware of what their rights are, so that we can get better leadership. Our problem is leadership. Everything else is more or less set. It's just leadership that we need to put in place to rid Nigeria of this corruption that is happening all over. So please watch and see. You'll find this quite interesting.
Publicly appealed to me to put my plans on hold, and through 2 months of negotiation, we finally agreed that he would nominate me as minister, and there were certain conditions I attached to that. I think along the line, either the president changed his mind or something else, because please don't believe the story that the National Assembly rejected me. The National Assembly had nothing to do with this. The president didn't want me in his cabinet. He changed his mind. Whatever it is, frankly, I don't care. And I told him, and I moved on. And since I moved on, I've not said a word. I've not granted any interview. I've not commented on the government. But it is within my rights as a founding member of the APC, as one of the 34 people that signed the INEC form that got the party registered. It is within my rights to ask, why is my party not functioning?
Indeed.
And that's all. And so, I don't know if I've answered your question, but
Well,
this
just
is
to some extent you have, but I'm
Yeah.
going to press you a little bit more on that,
Okay.
because you suggested that there was, the impression that we all had was that you were nominated for a ministerial position, but
Yes.
that under serious scrutiny from the National Assembly, you failed to make the grade for security reasons. But you're saying that that was not what turned the tide of your support, that failure to win affirmation in the Senate. You're saying that the president decided that you were no longer going to be in his cabinet.
I believe that. I believe he changed his
What
mind.
makes you believe that?
What security? What was the security issue? I have been a governor for 8 years in one of the most difficult states in the country. Okay? I have been minister 20 years earlier. I've been in public life in the last 25, 26 years. What is the security issue? Where is the report? What about other ministers far less qualified, far less experienced, with huge controversies around them that scaled through because the president made a call? So please leave that aside. I don't want to focus too much on that.
Right.
The president is a human being. He is entitled to change his mind. And it's not an issue. And it is a job I didn't want in the first place. So the slightest opportunity I had, the security thing was a good thing for me because it enabled me to say, Mr. President, I'm gone. And
But
I went on with my life. Now, since then, has anyone released that report? What is the security issue? What is this? What is that? Leave that. The only reason why I'm talking about this, Charles, is because anytime I make any comment about how the party is running or not running, or I visit a friend of mine, Tinubu's hacks go on, oh, it's because he didn't get a ministerial nomination. Guys, I was minister 20 years ago, all right, in my 40s, and I told Tinubu I did not want to be minister. I was not interested. He appealed to me, begged me, and gave me a challenge. What was the challenge? Nobody has sorted out electricity. No president has defeated the electricity mafia. You and I can work to defeat it. It was the challenge that made me accept. All right? Now, I had an opportunity to serve my country, and the person that gave me the opportunity changed his mind. It's okay. And I've moved on with my life.
But I mean, have you encountered him subsequently? Have you met him? Have you, both
Yeah,
of
we
you,
ha-
since that time?
we have met.
Did
We
it
ha-
ever come up in your discussion?
We have met, and we have met a couple of times. But, you know, we have met at Baba Akande's birthday anniversary last year, and the president asked me to come and see him. I met him once, we discussed, and, you know, let's find ways. I said, Mr. President, I don't have any problem. I'm fine.
And when you say,
Life is
what did
good.
he say to you?
He said, you know, we still have to find a way to work together. I said, I'm waiting. You know, you tell me how we can work together, but I want to assure you, as I told you even before the elections, I am fine. I have a private life which predates politics, and I'm pursuing my life. Look at me. Do I look like I'm stressed? I have put on weight. I sleep better. I don't have to read security reports about bandit attacks here, or, you know, I am at peace.
So it is quite interesting, you know, when they tell politicians you will not be in power for life. Our politicians sort of forget it. There are a few pointers that El-Rufai raised here that I wanted to touch on, you know. But firstly, the first one he said was President Tinubu did not want me in his cabinet. I believe he changed his mind. Tinubu is known to use people. This is. I wonder how these politicians think. He's been known to put processes in place to make him better. That's what Lagos State was all about. All the minions that have become governors in Lagos State, this is what they've become. The strategy was always going to be political relevance, and it used um, Nasir El-Rufai to become president. This guy literally campaigned for him. But the first thing I want to say is we don't care right now. This is your mess. You live with it. Okay? This is your mess. You live with it. You brought this man, even when Nigerians were telling you that Tinubu was not fit to be president. You said he was fit. So he's changed his mind because obviously the history of Nasir El-Rufai precedes him. You understand? Everyone knows that it can be very combative. Tinubu cannot stand him. So they've used everything. So now we know the truth to say that it's not just about the security issue, it was the fact that Tinubu did not want Nasir El-Rufai. But before I continue to the next two other points, please share and like, subscribe, please. We need your subscription to get this content moving and get YouTube to recommend it. The next thing that you mentioned was that you raised concerns about other ministers who are less qualified, who are less experienced compared to you, with huge controversy surrounding them because the president changed his mind or the president made a phone call. I think the right thing you said was the president made the phone call. Nigerians agree with you. Tinubu is selecting all his boys. That's number one. Number two, we know they're not qualified, just as the president isn't qualified. If Tinubu was qualified to be Nigerian's president, he would have fixed Nigeria. He would have made policies that would not be as bad as this. So his policies have been bad from day one. So we know. So it's nothing shocking to Nigerians. And the last thing that you raise, amongst others, is this. Anytime I make a comment, Tinubu's heart goes because it does not get, it says to you because you didn't get a ministerial appointment. Of course, that's politics. They would use that to silence you. But this is your mess. You sleep in it. Nigerians don't want to be caught in your mess with Tinubu. No, we don't want it. Sleep in your mess. You made it. Sleep in it. What I'm trying to say, basically, in essence, is this: El-Rufai has made a mess, and no one is going to fall for this thing that he's doing. But the most important question is for Nigerians: what are we going to do about this mess? They're already plotting 2027. They're already plotting 2031. Are we going to fold our hands and let these same sycophants continue to be our leaders, our presidents? Are we going to continue to do that? I think it's about time that we made a change. If not, this is what is going to happen. El-Rufai thought he was going to be governor for so long, forever. But now he's not there. It's not relevant anymore. It's pushing relevance for 2027 and beyond. New Rubado is playing the game from within. Tinubu has used them to achieve power, and now he can dump them aside. But the people that suffers the most are the ordinary Nigerians. What are we going to do about it? Let us get up, and be active. Go get your PVC if you haven't gotten it. Start this campaign where we can start talking about better Nigeria and selecting the right leaders. Let's elect the right leaders. It was right. Tinubu's they've chosen ministers who are less qualified. Let's elect the right qualified set of people and just make Nigeria better. That's what Nigerians need. That's what our children need. So please like, share, and subscribe. Please put your comments in the comment section. What do you think about this entire fight between Tinubu and El-Rufai? Where do you think is going to lead? Is El-Rufai going to work for Tinubu come 2027? What do you think? Leave your comment in the comment section, but please remember to subscribe and share again. Thank you very much. God bless you. Bye for now.